Hi Libra, this is your general reading for the month of October. Yeah, the first card you got for your past is this Strength card. Very beautiful card. Yeah, caring, very, very sensitive, very beautiful. Yeah, this is about you. I think you're caring for someone at one time. Someone had lots of problems. Yeah, you were taking care of them, literally. Literally, you're taking care of them. This went on for a long, long time, maybe even years. It was a long time, because you can see this infinity symbol above her head. So it went on for a long time. And I think in the beginning you didn't mind, but I think as it went on and on, it became more and more and more difficult for you. I think you still care for this person, actually, if this is you, but it's more like caring for their well-being. It may be a love connection, I think. Doesn't have to be, but I think it might have been a love connection. And yeah, romantic love at one time. I think, doesn't have to be, but it feels like it might be. I'm not quite sure of that. It could be a friend or it could be a relative. I am getting romantic love around something to do with this. So I'm sorry about the confusion, but I'm not going to say 100% if I can't see 100% that that's what that is, but it could be that. Okay. Now it's more like, if this was a love connection, it's more like, you're just worried about how they're coping without you. You're worrying about how they are. You care about their well-being. You care about their future. You care about how they're going to be by themselves without you caring for them. And you gave everything to this person. You gave everything to them. I think you really tried with them. I think you really tried to keep things together, to keep on helping them. But I think in the end, that there was nothing left in you. There was nothing left in you to give them. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Nothing left. If you look at this moon, I'm just looking at this moon card. Yeah, eclipsed. So if this is you, I think by the end of this, you felt totally eclipsed by them. Totally eclipsed. There was nothing left of you. Everything was all about them, all centered around them. And, I think you could only see exactly what was happening here, because there's a little bit of manipulation. I don't mean to pick on people who are having problems, but there was a little bit of that, I think. And you could only see that, I think, properly when you came out of this, when you actually really properly separated from this person. Because if you look at this moon, again, that there's a sun at the back, which is obviously positivity. That's you. That's a real you kind of trying to shine through. So you're trying to shine through this. Your personality was trying to shine through, get through this, but it was eclipsed by them and all their needs and everything else. And there's a lot of moods around this as well. And you're kind of hidden behind all that. They were having all these moods. There's everything here. There's worry, there's sadness, there's crying, there's everything. And you were eclipsed by all of that, and you had to kind of help with that. So, yeah, there's a long drawn out thing here as well. It feels like a bit of a drawn out separation. So, yeah, I am getting maybe some emotional problems around them, maybe some physical problems. That's why you felt you had to help this person and stick with them for a lot longer than you really should have. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe even mental health problems. Doesn't have to be, but the moon can be about that sometimes. So I'm just pointing that out. Yeah, there's this obligation. It's like, I have to be with them. I don't know how they could without me. So that's why you're in this for a long time, I think. That's why this went on for a long time. Yeah, I don't want to pick on people with emotional problems. I've had them myself. I think we all have at one time. But yeah, there was something inside them that was kind of a little bit manipulative, I think, because it was like, oh, I know they'll always be there. This was their attitude. They'll always be there. And I don't have to try that hard. I don't have to change. I don't have to improve myself. I don't have to do this or that, because they'll always be there. Doesn't matter what I do. They're always going to be there with me. I don't have to improve. They'll stay with me forever. Again, you can see this infinity symbol above this woman's head. That's what they thought. They're always going to be there. They'll never leave me. So that's not true, actually, because you're not around them right now for whatever reason that is. There's definitely some kind of separation. It may be an official separation. It might not be. But yeah, there are a lot of problems around you separating. So it may be that you're still going through this now. It might be completely over, but there's lots of problems. Very long, very drawn out. I can see that. Emotional problems around them. And I think that was another reason why this took so long. You know, having to move on from someone like that, who's going through a lot of problems, mental, physical, emotional, whatever it is. You know, even if you know it's the right thing for you to do, it's very difficult. There's a lot of guilt there. You don't want to look like the bad person. That's another thing. You know, even if they treated you really badly, it's really hard to do that. Lots of guilt around that. Lots of guilt around leaving. I'm seeing that. You know, you can see that I'm just looking at this moon card. And you know, the lobster's trying to leave. It's trying to come out of this murky water. You know, he's trying to get out of this pond he's in. But, you know, he knows there are people that are going to talk about him and judge him even, you know, like this dog and this wolf. They're yapping on either side. So, but he has to go through them. So you might have been thinking, well, if I leave, it's going to be very difficult for me. People are going to think I'm terrible. And I'm not a bad person, and you're not a bad person. So don't feel guilty. I don't think you should feel guilty. 'Cause I think you're still in contact with them actually on some level. So you do care about them, and you can care about someone without being around them all the time, you know, and I just don't think you could be around them all the time. It was taking everything out of you. And then just looking at the strength card. Strength card is literally strength. So I think you've both become a lot stronger after this separation. Or if you haven't quite separated, you will become stronger. You'll be finding yourself again because you lost yourself. They're going to be a lot stronger as well, more resilient. They're going to be able to do more things. That's what I'm getting. Or they are already if you're already separated. So, I just want someone to know that. I feel as if someone needs to know that because someone's feeling very guilty around this. And I just want them to know that actually having that time apart is what's best for both of you eventually. Even though I can see that I'm not going to lie. It does hurt, that separation. It does hurt for them. I'm not going to tell you it's fine. But in time, I think they're going to look back and realize, actually, this is the best thing for me, if they haven't already. Just if you look at this moon card again, you've got these two watchtowers, and watchtowers are about looking back over things and realizing. So that's what they're going to do. If that's you, that's what they're going to do. Okay, so yeah, the last card you've got for your past is this Ace of Wands. Okay. Right, lots of things here. I'll try and, so many things in this. I'll try and make sense of this and pick this apart for you. So, so I'm getting work. One thing I'm getting here is work. So I'll talk about that. I don't know if you've left your workplace, because I'm just getting moving away, moving on, a bit of sadness about moving on from a workplace or something like that, a job or something. Because this job, if this is you, if you moved on from a workplace, or a business or something, it's meant more to you than just moving a job. It's not like, oh, I've just left this job, I'm going to another one. It meant more to you than that. There were emotional ties there. I don't know whether that was to do with the people that were there, that actually it gave you a lot in your life. Actually, there was a lot of escape through work, I think. And maybe that's because you were having this hard time with this relationship or this person you were caring for, and going to work was a time away from that. It might be that. You spent a lot of time there at this workplace. Lots of long hours. If this is you, you've got the Ten of Wands there as well, hard work. So, I think it was a bit of an escape for you actually, but, I don't think you're there anymore. I think you've moved on from that. And I think you you're kind of feeling as if this is you, you're kind of feeling like, I wish I was still there, actually. I wish I was still there, but I'm not there. For some reason, you had to move to something else. So there's a little bit of a loss of confidence here, I think, in the workplace you're in now, if this is you. I'm definitely getting procrastination. Lots of procrastination. It's like, oh, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated with myself. So if that's you, if you're procrastinating, don't be angry with yourself. It's a sign. If you're feeling like, oh, I can't do this, I want to do this, but I can't bring myself to do this, I get this horrible feeling, and then you get angry with yourself. Don't get angry with yourself. Think about what you can do with change, because it's a sign that you need to change something. I can't tell you what that is that you need to change, but have a look at what you need to change. It might actually be that you need to find a different job. It might be that the actual atmosphere is not that inspiring. It might be that you can move a part of your job that you don't like. Have a look at that. Have a look at what that is. Try and change that. Don't just sit there and think, oh, I'm a procrastinator, I'm lazy, I'm hopeless. And then you get angry with yourself, and that doesn't change anything. It just makes you feel worse. So think about, okay, this is an indication. This is an indication that something has to change. What can I do to change this? What actually do I need to change? You can get out of that. You can get out of that if that's you. So I just want to say that for someone. Okay, so the big thing I'm getting in this card, the big thing in this card is passion. There's huge passion here. Huge passion. I think this passion and this, this chemistry I'm getting between you and someone else, it might be tied in with that time when you were this ex or this person you were taking care of, maybe. It doesn't feel like you had a third party. I'm not seeing that. I'm just getting lots and lots of chemistry, huge chemistry between you and this other person. So it might be that you knew them from this workplace. Maybe that's why you feel really emotionally connected to that old workplace, if that resonates with you. Or it might just be that you knew them around that time. Very passionate, very, very passionate. Again, I don't think anything happened between you. It might have, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting more, because, the Ace of Wands is more about the potential of action happening. So, there's potential there. There's more potential there. There's potential for lots and lots of passion that didn't actually happen. So that's what I'm getting. I don't know why I'm just getting this. There's an angry person around them. There's an angry person around them. It may be an ex of theirs. I don't know. It could be someone else, but I'm getting a lot of anger around them, and they felt as if they couldn't get together with you because there was something holding them back, and there was something holding you back as well. Now, if you're in this relationship, I was getting the Strength card, it might be that, or if you were just taking care of someone, it might be that you were held up doing that and you couldn't get away for some reason. But I think now you are both free. So, some of these obstacles that you had between you, they're taken away now. I'm getting that. There's potential passion here. So, there's an opportunity coming up, I think, and you're going to connect again at some time. You've got the Lovers here as well. So, aces are about big things that are coming up for you in your life. And this person was a huge person in your life. Again, I don't think you went as far with them as you really would have liked to. But they're coming up for you again. So you're going to have that opportunity. The potential's there now. And you're going to get that with them at some time. So you're going to connect again. You're absolutely going to connect, with this person again. And the passion is huge. It is so huge. Wow. Very, very strong. And so, with your present, the first card here is the Lovers. So something's bringing you together with this person. There's all this chemistry. It feels like a force, actually. And you felt that when you're around them, you felt that force. Look at this beautiful angel here. It's like she's got her arms up, and, they're saying, he or she, whoever this is, this big angel with their arms up saying, I'm forcing this together. I'm commanding you to come together. So you're going to come together. You're going to come together. There's all this chemistry that forces that. You felt that when you were there. You felt that when you were around them. The room felt different. It was energetic, magnetic. I'm getting that really, really clearly. I'm really feeling that. I know that sounds really strange if that's not you. If it is you, you'll know. Very, very, very strong connection. I keep on seeing this angry person around them. I don't know who it is, but I think they're still around them. Someone's all about tradition, rules. You're breaking the rules. You're breaking the rules. So maybe it's an ex that's still around them. It might be that they're still separating from someone and someone's very angry about that. Maybe it's, that they're married and they're separating and this person's all about, no, you're supposed to be married. That's the tradition. You can't divorce me. That's not what we're supposed to do, because they're all about tradition and all that, and they're very, very angry. So if you get together with this person, and I think you are, you're definitely coming together, but if this is going to be a long-term proper relationship, you'll probably have to contend with this angry person, whoever this is. It feels like a very traditional person. I keep on getting that traditional, rigid, rules, angry that someone's not conforming to the rules. It's something like that. It might even be their family. It might be both. It might be an ex that they're divorcing from or separating from, and their family might disagree with them, disconnecting from them. It could be that. Because there's tradition there. I keep on getting that. So I don't know if you know that about them or not, but you'll know that if you decide to have a proper future with this person. But this big force, this passion that's here, it's stronger than any of that. Nothing can get in the way of this. Absolutely nothing can get in the way of this force. It's there, it's happening. You're coming together. And you can see that in the Chariot. He's so determined. And the interesting thing about the Chariot is he's not holding any reins. He's not physically forcing these sphinxes to go anywhere. There's no reins. There's no way to steer this chariot. It's just a box. If you saw this box coming along the road, just imagine that. You'd laugh and you'd say, oh, this isn't going anywhere. This looks crazy. What is this, a parade or something? What's this crazy thing doing? It's just a box. It's not getting anywhere. It is going to get somewhere. And you might think to yourself, this is impossible. I knew them back then. I haven't even seen them all this time. How are they going to come toward me? How are we going to meet again? You are. Doesn't matter how crazy this looks. You are going to meet them again. It's not going to be easy again, once again, if you get together with this person. It's going to be difficult. You've got a difficult road ahead of you if this becomes a proper full-on relationship. You've got the 10 of Wands right next to this as well. Hard work. But you're going to connect. It's inevitable. Nothing's going to get in the way of that. I keep on seeing that. Very, very strong, very, very clear. The last card you've got for your present is the 6 of Swords, right? So you've both gotten out of situations that weren't right for you. I'm getting that. So some of those obstacles are gone already. I think you've both still got some of the baggage that's left over from whoever you were both with or whatever situations you were both in. But the biggest obstacles are out of the way now. So it's not impossible. I think it feels impossible for you. I was getting that in the Chariot. It's not impossible, actually. It's inevitable that it is going to happen. That's what I'm getting. Okay, something else here with the 6 of Swords. It's a bit of a sad card, actually. It's a very solemn card. There's snow here. These two people have their heads down. Very solemn. Swords here. There's heart here. Lots of sadness around this card. Okay, this is what I'm getting. This is for someone. It's probably specific, but it's for someone. I want to say goodbye. I want to say goodbye. It feels like if this is you, it feels like you want to say goodbye to someone properly, or you wanted to. It feels like there's no closure here. It's unfinished. There's some kind of loss here. Very, very sad. Yeah, a lot of us are restricted right now. We can't physically see people properly. I know that depends on where you are, but it definitely feels like there's someone you just wanted to say goodbye. You wanted to hug someone, actually. You wanted to hug them. You wanted that physical touch, and you couldn't do that. If that's you, this is the message here. They understand that. They know that. They feel the love coming from you. And yeah, I know physical touch is really important. It really is when you love someone, but love transcends that. Love's a feeling. And they felt that love coming from you. They felt that. So that's the message I'm getting for someone. I hope it makes sense to someone. I really hope it brings someone some kind of comfort there. So yeah. Okay, I'll move on from that. So yeah, the first card you've got for future is this Two of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, unbalance, disorder, uneasiness. I'm getting work here. Yeah, this is this procrastination problem. Because if you look at this man, he's going round and round in circles. He's thinking, up, down. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Oh, I don't know. Will I do this or that? And in the meantime, he's standing there and nothing's actually happening. He's just going backwards and forwards. So, okay, this is probably going to be a bit specific as well, but, I don't know if you were a late bloomer in things. Maybe you started things later than a lot of people around you. Yeah, maybe it was your license, driving license, because sometimes, this card can actually literally be about cars, driving, steering, all that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be that. But there's this feeling of, oh, I'm doing this later than everyone else. Everyone's in front of me. I'm at the starting line. Everyone's running ahead of the starting line. And I'm just kind of kneeling down here, crouching down at the starting line. And I'm thinking, oh, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Am I doing the right thing? Am I going to run the right way? Should I be doing this? All that kind of thing. And that's what's been stopping you a lot, in your life, I think. Worrying about something happening, some problem, some clash happening, the wrong thing happening. And you can see that behind him. He's got these two ships behind him in this card and they're about to crash, and that's what you're worried about. Problems happening if you do the wrong thing. If this goes way back, if this is resonating with you, it feels like someone might have criticized you quite a lot in your childhood. I'm getting a family, literally a parent. Might not be, but I said literally, so it feels like it probably is. Someone criticized you and made you feel as if everything you were about to do might be wrong. So it turned out you actually didn't do a lot, or you didn't do as much as you should have. And now you look back on that time and you think, well, I should have done this. I should have done that. Why did I fail? Why did I do this? I should have taken that opportunity. Don't be angry with yourself now. Don't look back. All you can do now is look forwards. All you can do now is say, okay, I let that stop me in the past. I'm not letting it stop me now. So with this procrastination I'm seeing in your work, if that's you, take action. Don't just sit there and be angry with yourself. Take action. Think, how can I change this? What can I do? Can I do something else? Can I go into a different job? Can I do a different business? Can I change this, change that? Think about what you can change. Think about taking action. Think about taking action. Don't let this person have all this criticism in your head. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. It's, yeah, it's just horrible. Some of the things they said, I'm not going to repeat them. Some of the things they said to you were horrible. I think someone actually set you up to fail. At some time, I'm literally seeing them saying, I'll show you how to do this. Come and I'll teach you this thing. And then they set you up and then they say, oh, see how terrible you are? You can't even do this. You can't. I'm seeing that. And that stopped you from doing things. That's what I'm getting literally for someone here. Now, what I want to tell you is, if this is resonating with you, this criticism is about someone who feels inadequate about themselves. That's always what it is with these kinds of critics, bullies. It's all about themselves. They felt inadequate about themselves. They put that onto you so that they could take that burden off themselves. Give it back to them. Give it back to them. You can see that down here as well in the Five of Swords. You can see that. They took away from you. They took away your ability to do things with that criticism. Give it back to them. Give back that burden to them. Don't take it from yourself. Run away. Be free of that. Push yourself forward. Move on from that in your head. If you ever feel that coming up in your head, that criticism, just say to yourself, that comes from an inadequate person. They feel empty themselves. They should deal with their own inadequacies themselves. I'm going to deal with my things myself. They have nothing to do with me. So just think about that. Separate yourself from that person. Separate yourself from those words. So now, with this Ten of Wands that's right in the middle here, again, this is about this love connection. Now, if you look at this man, obviously he's got all these wands in front of his face. So he's got all these obstacles, all these burdens there. You had lots and lots of obstacles in front of you. They had all these obstacles in front of them when they were with you last time. One by one, these wands are being dropped. 2 big ones are already dropped. The person you're with or the person you're taking care of, you're not around them now. This person they were around, they're away from them now, or they're getting away from them now. So 2 are dropped, not blocked, dropped. So more and more are being dropped as time goes on. I think what will happen is you'll start off sending some kind of messages to each other, because the 2 of Pentacles can be about messages. You know, one message here going up, the other one going down, another one up, down, sending messages. Wands can also be about messages. So you're going to do that before you see each other face to face. Again, look at this man in the Ten of Wands. We can't see his face. But when these wands are dropped, eventually, after you've said the messages, after you've spoken to them, had a few messages, whatever, or whatever obstacles of that might be, you know, the situation we're all in the world, that's probably an obstacle to be face to face with someone. But the wands are going to be dropped and you are going to see them face to face. Now, when you see them face to face, I won't talk about what's going to happen. I will be demonetized, but there's passion here. That's all I'm going to say about that. Absolutely fantastic. No more about that. Libra, this is a general reading. It's not going to be for everyone, obviously. But yeah, thank you for watching.